I think the director, Des McAnuff, he, after seeing a few Flaming Lips shows, I think this idea of incorporating this kind of, fantastical stuff into the play made a lot more sense. I think in the beginning he had a story just based on listening to the music and the lyrics and, trying to form some kind of story out of, Yoshimi Battles of the Pink Robots isn't really a story. I mean, it's conceptually tied together here and there, but there isn't really a story. He would ask me all the time, what's the story? And I said, well, there's no story. It seems like there's a story, but I think a lot of concept, music albums anyway, do that. It hints at something, and then you can simply play abstract music and sounds that seem to go along with that. And then I think we would bounce ideas off each other here and there, but not that much. The story that he had in the very beginning, that's still the same story that he sort of tells now. I think with my urging, it got to be a little bit more fantastical and more surreal. And I think, I don't know if you've seen the play, but parts of it go into this other world where there's pink robots who are kind of represent, I think if I'm seeing it right, the insides of this woman's blood cells and stuff, and we sort of go into this fantasy world. And that part of it, I think, with a little bit of urging from me to make it more freaky and all that, he gladly went along with it. But I don't have that much input, which I think is good. I mean, I don't really know, especially a lot of the pacing and a lot of the, the drama that goes along with Broadway musicals. And, I think in the early days, I probably would have thought of maybe Broadway is kind of the enemy of rock and roll or this kind of, band we are or whatever. But now I don't think of it like that. I mean, the more I see it, the more I understand what they're doing. There's a lot of similarities, but the idea that you go out there and there's, you're doing this while these lights go on, and it adds the drama and makes the communication bigger and better, and the audience understands it more easily. That I see more and more all the time. But I've not seen that many. I've only seen really a few of his productions, right. And I like it, but I don't know if I'd want to see it every night.